Hey y'all, TRG here. Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the potential for multiple days of significant severe weather, as well as the potential for a tornado outbreak as we go into Monday and Tuesday. Let's go ahead and head right on into today's video. Starting out here with the broader scale of what we may be seeing into next week, we are going to be using the 500 millibar jet stream here on the GFS model. Severe weather could kick off as early as Sunday, actually. So I'm going to bring this right back to Sunday night, where we'll have a broader trough ejection out here in the northern side of the U.S. I'm not expecting it to be a significant severe weather threat, but honestly, I would not rule out a low-end all-hazards threat out towards portions of the eastern Midwest, out towards the northern mid-Atlantic. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Already a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5 for severe weather in place. We'll talk about that in just a second. Then moving on into Monday, we have a high pressure system that's going to be focused out here just off your screen south of Louisiana. That's going to be allowing for a lot of moisture and a lot of energy to be returned into the central plains of the United States here. And this will most likely end up with the potential for significant severe weather, as we have a large trough ejection that's going to be either negatively, neutral, or negatively tilted here. We're not expecting it to be positively tilted. So we'll see the orientation of that trough is going to depend greatly on the severe weather side of things, and there's still some uncertainty on it, so we are going to be watching it closely. But as of now, there is a really good chance that we see the potential for a tornado outbreak here. We've been talking about this for a while, and the most likely day for the highest impacts are going to be Monday into Tuesday. So Monday, we're looking at right out in front of that trough ejection, right in this general vicinity here. We'll look at the SPC Outlook here in a bit, and then if we go on into Tuesday, it still is looking like Tuesday will be a significant threat for severe weather. I was hoping it would downtrend, but it still looks like right out in front of that trough ejection, we're going to have another threat for significant severe weather, including the potential for very large hail, damaging winds, and even a few tornadoes, some of which may even possibly be strong. But it is still a little bit too far out, so we don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet, but we are going to be watching it really, really close. There's a lot of model agreement on the potential for significant severe weather, but exact deterministics on what may occur is still a question mark. And then into Wednesday, it looks like things are expected to die down, but I would not be shocked whatsoever if we see an isolated tornado risk somewhere around the region of that trough ejection, probably anywhere from Indiana out towards Pennsylvania for Wednesday, but there's still specifics that need to be determined for that. Then as we go into Thursday, severe weather will most likely still be a possibility somewhere out in front of this trough ejection. Again, specifics are still a bit unclear, but we will just continue to monitor it. And then it may be a possibility for some isolated strong storms on Friday, but again, specifics are very much unclear. We're going to have to take this one day at a time, so of course we're going to take it one day at a time here. Probably Sunday will be the first day for severe weather potential, and then Monday is going to be our main threat, and even into Tuesday will most likely be another main day for severe weather. Let's go ahead and look at more specifics for this severe weather threat. Before we dive on into the rest of today's video, make sure you guys hit that like button and share the video with your family, friends, and on social media to help spread weather awareness. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button with the notification bell set to all so you know when I go live or upload a video. Let's go ahead and continue with today's video. So here's your instability for Saturday afternoon, and you can see not a whole lot is going to be uncapped out here, but some isolated storms may be possible, possibly an isolated strong storm, but we're not expecting severe weather on Saturday. And then into Sunday, we get a little area of uncapped instability out here towards the northern side of the mid-Atlantic, and like I said, the eastern side of the Midwest. I do think that will have a potential for severe weather. I don't expect it to be significant by any means, but I think we will have a chance for a few isolated severe storms on Sunday. And then as we go into Monday, look at how rapidly our atmosphere destabilizes out here in front of our trough ejection. Severe weather may be a possibility along a good chunk of this instability axis here, which could possibly go all the way towards Virginia and North Carolina, but I'm very much uncertain about that. So main area to focus on is definitely going to be out here towards Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, and maybe even into Nebraska as well for Monday. Then if we go ahead and pull this forward to Monday night, you can see that instability deteriorates, but overnight severe weather will be a possibility based off of model run guidance and things that I have seen so far. And Tuesday, here's your severe threat. It's probably going to move just slightly more to the east out here towards portions of like, Missouri, Iowa, Arkansas, I believe Illinois and Tennessee will also be included in that risk for severe weather. However, if you are out here in Illinois, Tennessee, Arkansas, maybe even Indiana, it's probably going to be more of an overnight threat Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. for your severe weather potential, but there is still a lot of specifics that we need to determine. And then this is where model runs kind of go all over the place. Some models show Wednesday being significant, like this particular GFS model run, and then other model runs have the trough just getting out of here really rapidly and weakening really, really quick, which would result in minimal severe weather. But this particular GFS model run does show severe weather being a possibility. And then as we go into Thursday, again, we are probably going to see a risk for severe weather on Thursday, but specifics are still yet to be outlined by the SPC, so we'll just monitor it closely. And as we go into Friday, like I said, a very coastal threat for maybe an isolated strong storm, but again, specifics are still a question mark. So main days right now, Monday, Tuesday, all the other days are still up in the air, and we'll just have to monitor them really closely and take it one day at a time. So here is your dew points for Sunday night. This is what's probably going to be your limiting factor out there for that isolated severe weather risk in Ohio and Pennsylvania. But as we go into Monday, you'll notice, yeah, moisture is not going to be an issue for our big trough ejection out here. So we will have the threat for significant severe weather. SPC already has a very large area outlined for severe weather. I'll show that here, like I said, in just a bit here. And then as we go into Tuesday, it actually gets even sharper of a dry line here, which once again will cause the threat for severe weather in the immediate out portion of that dry line cold front there, which will most likely be, of course, tracking from Iowa down towards Texas and then pointing eastward all the way out towards possibly Indiana, maybe even some portions of Tennessee and Mississippi. I wouldn't fully rule it out, but again, specifics are still a question mark there. And then Wednesday, again, it's still up in the air for Wednesday as well. A lot of uncertainty is still present, so I'm trying my best here not to make it seem like everything is set in stone yet, but definitely want to be monitoring it closely. Significant severe weather will be a possibility in multiple states for Monday, Tuesday, and possibly even Wednesday, but again, specifics are still yet to be determined, and maybe even Thursday. We'll keep an eye on Thursday, and then Friday, this should move offshore, but we'll keep an eye on Friday just in case. So here's your SPC outlook for April 12th, 2024. We do not have any chances for tornadoes out here in the northwestern side of the U.S., but we do have a risk for isolated damaging winds and some small hail. Now, we do have a local tornado threat that is present out here, out in the New England states. This will most likely be nearly over by the time you guys are watching this video. If not, it's going to be very close to over, but we do have a 2% chance for tornadoes there, as well as a 5% wind, and we do not have any hail threat expected for that. Tomorrow's outlook, we also have a marginal risk for severe weather. No tornado threat is present for tomorrow. We do have a 5% wind and a 5% hail. That is all the hazards for tomorrow in the entirety of the U.S. as of now. And then day 3 here. Now, there isn't any probabilities for this because it's still day 3, but you can see a very broad 5% chance for isolated severe weather out here. So we will keep an eye on it. And then in their discussion, they do mention the potential for isolated severe weather here as well, but it does not seem to have a that much of a large threat for severe weather. But you can see a local tornado environment is going to be present, which is why I said the potential for all hazards appears to be there, but it should be low wind. So I don't expect this to be like, you know, a big severe weather threat, but I do expect it to be a low end all hazards threat. So we'll keep a very close eye on it because it could end up being a bit of a sneaky risk that pulls through for Sunday night. Here's our big day, Monday, day 4 in the SPC. Very, very large 15% chance for severe weather outlined here by the SPC. If you are in and around that 15% chance for severe weather, so if you're just outside of it as well, you want to be hyper weather aware for the potential of significant severe weather. This includes an all hazards threat of damaging winds, large hail, and even a few isolated tornadoes will be a possibility. Now, if you live inside that enhanced risk, 30% chance for severe weather here for, of course, it's going to be Monday, which is April 15th. Matter of fact, that's April 15th. Wanted to double check I had the right date there. So April 15th, of course, 2024. Then make sure you are extremely weather aware. But again, this area is going to change, which is why I also pointed out around the 15%, and I'll do the same here. If you're around that 30% chance for severe weather, which, you know, if you are, you're inside that 15, you still need to be extremely weather aware, because if you're in and around that 30%, that's where we're looking at the best chance for a outbreak of severe weather, or possibly even tornadoes to be a possibility here. I do believe the potential for significant damaging winds, hail, and even a couple tornadoes, some of which may be strong, will be present for Monday into Tuesday, which is Tuesday's risk here. Again, large 15% chance for severe weather all the way from Wisconsin, even including southeastern portions of Minnesota. all the way down to Shreveport, Louisiana, actually, just east of the DFW as well. So very large 15% chance for severe weather there. I do anticipate a 30% chance for severe weather to be added somewhere along this exact area. I'm not exactly sure where they will add it. I'm not too sure where confidence is the highest. I heard them talking about adding a 30% near the Arklatex area, so I would assume that would be the best shot at us seeing an enhanced risk for severe weather on the day 4 outlook. But as of now, it is still a slight risk. And then day 6, predictability is too low. Day 7 predictability, day 8 predictability is too low. What that means is the predictability and the exact location of where severe weather may occur is still up in the air, but the chance for severe weather is present because it does not say potential is too low. So once again, day 4 looks to be the biggest day as of now. Just make sure you are extremely weather aware. And I do want to note one thing here, and that is in their discussion, they talk about the potential for significant severe weather being a possibility, just to let y'all know that even the professionals are calling for significant severe weather, and it's not just me. All right, y'all, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's live stream on Saturday. Have a great rest of your day and or night. Goodbye.